You walked away, you left me out here on the floor. You didn't care, you're still the one that I adore. You gave me something like nobody did before. Whoa, whoa. If I close my eyes, all I see is you standing there in front of me. You're on my mind constantly. Now I can't get no sleep. All day and night you keep me up. Don't stop, I'm so done. Yeah, I'm giving you more than enough. Oh my love, I'm so
just can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. I just can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. Can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. Can't get you out of my, can't get you out of my, can't get you out of my head. La la la, la 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 la, la 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 just can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. I just can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. More than I dare to think about. More than I dare to think about. Every night, every day, just to be there in your arms. Won't you stay? Won't you I just can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. Can't get you out of my, can't get you out of my, can't get you out of my head. La la la, la 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 just can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. I just can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. More than I dare to think about. More than I dare to think about.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your aim, my deep, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I need you, see you, see you anytime. No, yeah, no stop. Ooh, don't make me want to ride. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. Never seen anybody do that thing so good before. Say, say, move for me, move for me, move for me, dance, dance. And when you're done, I'm going to do it that I like. Ooh, I see you every time. Into my eyes, like your style. You make me cry. And now I'm ready to see you dance just one more time. Say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I've never seen anybody do that thing so cool before. Say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah. When you're done, I'm going to do it all I say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. I've never seen anybody do that thing so cool before. Say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah. When you're done, I'm going to do it all I anybody do that thing so good before. Say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah. And when you're done, I'm going to do it all I say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. I never seen anybody do that thing so good before. Say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah. When you're done, I'm going to do it all I say.
Some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you will remember me for centuries. Just one mistake is all it will take. We'll go down in history. Remember me for centuries. Remember me for centuries. Like my teenage dreams. No, it's nothing wrong with me. The kids are all wrong, the stories are wrong. Heavy
Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here for our Divisional 1 race from East London. This is promised to be an action-packed, high-energy race tonight. With me, we've had the driver from Divisional 2, Warwick Stewart, with me. Good evening, Warwick, how are you?
Excellent, thanks to yourself, Shoal, and happy birthday for today.
Rub it in. No props. All good here. By us here in Joburg, it feels like summer is slowly but surely sticking his head out. Tonight not being so cold. And how's the weather been there by your tropics?
Yeah, definitely warming up. I can feel the winter's on its way out, and summer is busy creeping in slowly. So one of the days we'll be lazing around on the beach again.
Yeah, no, we can't go to the beach, unfortunately, but yeah, definitely, it's nice to have the summer back, or not yet back, but close to getting it back. But as these guys are doing practice, we've got 15 seconds to go on our practice server, and remarkable times. I mean, the Divisional 2 guys that we'll see will be shocked to see 133s from James Leach and Adrian Null at 133.8. That is crazy fast times. Renier Leach at 134 dead, Christopher Long at 134.1, Peter Globo 134.1, Lyle Ramsey 134.3, and then only at 7th position we matches our fastest time in Divisional 2. So it's fast.
Yeah, no, definitely. These guys are extremely quick. That's why they're racing in Division 1. And yes, these times are absolutely remarkable there.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But before we get to qualifying in a couple of seconds, I want to show you guys something. We went to visit the JP Hydraulics shop in 2 weeks back and see what these guys get up to in their free time. Alrighty, yeah, folks, as you can see, what an amazing shop they've got there, Alan and his sons at JP Hydraulics Racing. That is toys galore. So, but you know what, Warwick, we need guys like this that support racing in general, because without those guys, the sport will just die eventually.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And obviously Alan and Zachary Martin being huge supporters of motorsport in the country. Even getting involved on the sim side, which we really appreciate from their side. So thanks JP Hydraulics, Alan Martin, Zachary Martin, even Michael Russ from Volvo Namibia. Thanks a lot for the sponsorship of these events and keeping this going.
And that's our main sponsors. And then we've got some of our smaller sponsors that's also in the sideline that keep us racing. And that's Bitstream for our internet connections, G4Sim for the rigs and all this stuff. And we've got RS Freight Services, which is offering obviously courier services in and about between South Africa and Namibia and in South Africa. So yeah, but as these guys make their way out of track, we've into qualifying. You could see into the first lap, and there's already a lot of action with Adrian Null we're watching now, and Mike McGeer from BWR Griffins. He is leading. Well, no, he's actually following Adrian Null as they go through the S's.
Yeah, we are definitely in for some remarkable racing tonight. These guys being extremely consistent and extremely quick. I think there's definitely going to be a huge battle up front for first, second, third, and fourth.
Yeah,
But
and
tonight,
yeah, sorry.
who would you put your money on to win?
That is a very hard one. I've got my hot favorites, which is ever consistent: Adrian Nels, VW Corsas, Christopher Long, Sean Lerreras. I don't know why. I've got a feeling for Lyle Ramsey. I don't know if he's in here tonight. He should be in. I think he's in. I don't know. Let's quickly look and see if he's actually racing. Yeah, 7th currently. I've got a feeling for Lyle Ramsey. I don't know why. I'll put my money either on James Leach or Lyle Ramsey. Let me call it like that. Yourself?
Yeah, definitely lean towards the Bushveld boys, Renier and James, who carted obviously their rigs all the way to the Bushveld to be able to race. I think it was 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Commitment. If they're not married, anybody can marry them, but they definitely there. As we see, we've got Waldo Swiggers also out on track. And John Henry Vaughan, that hasn't joined us now for about 2 races, if I'm not mistaken, and it's nice to see him and Clinton Besanin back in. Clinton Besanin is obviously featuring this GB Truck Bodies car for the first time tonight, so let's hope they can make those sponsors proud as well. Then we've got first place, who's currently Adrian Nell, sitting at 145.1. That wasn't much faster, as these guys are just still building up. I think they're all on the flyers now.
Yeah, I definitely think that first lap was maybe his outlap and might have run a little bit wide, but he's definitely bound to put a way faster time up than that.
Yeah, remember he was running 133s, low 133s in practice, so I think he should be back in there very low 134s, 133s, but as we see him coming up the JP Hydraulics main straight, let's see, he crosses the line, 133.7. That is 0.09 faster. Mike McGeough is currently in 2nd place, just been kicked off by VW Corsas, and he's been, Peter Groblos going into 4th. Nice to see him having his mojo back. We've got Warren Sheehan in 5, just been kicked off by Waldo Swiggers. Nice to see Waldo as well out on track tonight.
Yeah, no, Waldo definitely going to be a contender tonight in the mid-pack, if it's not in the front. Being very, very quick in races. He seems to struggle a little bit on the qualifying side, but as soon as it gets to a race, he gets going.
Yeah, Renier Leach setting a 133.9, so he's just on Adrian Nell's heels. They're breaking. John Henry Vaughan just shot up 134.3 into 3rd position, and we've got Clinton Besanin that's just finished off in 6th position. So I don't think that's where he will finish. He'll definitely be up faster. Warwick, could you give me 1 second here? Just keep the foot for me once.
All right, not a problem. Yeah, so looking at tonight, obviously James Leach, Renier Leach, their main sponsor being LMS Cricket. Going to be doing very, very well tonight, hopefully putting the pressure on Adrian Nell, followed by Christopher Long with his sponsor of Mike's Place. And then we've got John Henry Vaughan. I think his sponsor is Maps Racing, if I'm not mistaken. VW Corsa coming through with a nice black and red, a VW livery. We got Mike McGeough from BWR Griffin, Clinton Besanin in the GB Truck Bodies livery, Peter Grobler,
he's in the Sassel.
We got Waldo Swiggers, Lyle Ramsey, and then Melvin Goos coming in the JP Hydraulics livery with the number 1 on the side. Let's hope that he can put that car in first place.
Yeah, I think he needs to. As we can see, there was a bit of a slide as they went into the back of Melvin Goos, but finishing, this qualifying is now finished off. Like we expected, 133 that was run. It's fast. It's not even joking fast. But yeah, Adrian Nell from Namibia. I think let's start calling him the Namibian pride. He's 133.7. Then we had Renier Leach in 133.9, and I don't see James Leach that's time currently. Oh, there he goes. He just kicked his brother off, 133.8. So yeah, you could see he's the fastest between the wickets there as the Leach is getting that run in.
Yeah, but they're definitely not going to back out of a fight from one another. So I think they'll be pushing each other all the way.
Devold got some fifth. Mike McGear is just on his last flyer lap as it looks like he's going up onto the back straight. Let's see what he can do. He's now running into 8th position. He's into Beacons Bend onto the JP Hydraulics main straight actually in East London. And oh no, he's going into the pits. So I think he's going to just settle for that 7th position where he is currently. So yeah, what a interesting thing.
Yeah, Adrian Null obviously going to lead this whole pack out in race 1, followed by the Leeches, which is going to put a lot of pressure onto the back of him. Let's just hope these guys can keep it clean as they come through Cocobana at the bottom. That nice sharp chicane. Or basically 180, sorry.
Happen, yeah. Cocobana and Beacon Bend, that's the one or the two tracks that corners has been catching these guys out tonight. You know, it's very sharp, and we've seen it over and over and over again where these guys are just they outbreak themselves, and then they end up right into the braking zone, and yeah, then they make big mistakes. We've seen it in Div 2. Let's hope Div 1 guys can keep it clean, and you know, Div 1 is always very, very high action packed. These guys are boiling, as we say.
Yeah, no, and these Div 1 guys, obviously with the racing being so close, I think Potters coming through Potters side by side is going to be difficult, as well as Rifle, that little jump just before he goes to Cocobana. It's going to be really, really interesting watching them go side by side through there.
Yeah, Rifle is definitely, we saw that also in Div 2 guys, you know, they take it in the jump. It does surely upset the cars, and a lot of drivers were losing it there. So yeah, having side-by-side action 2-3 a side will make it quite an interesting one. The S's and the sweep hasn't really done anything tonight, so it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to end up. But let's go to this back. 53 seconds to go for racing, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous for these guys.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's just hope they can get clean through the first lap and put on some great racing for us.
Yeah, let's join in the Mike McGear's car and see how he's getting off the line here. He's got Gerrit Niemann, very fast driver from Pretoria, in front of him, and then Devold Kotze, who's making a name slightly but surely for himself. Then you've got John Henry Vaughan, the very youngster, 14 years old, and then we've got the two Leeches, and then they're going to be right on the heel of Adrian now.
I can see the lights are just about to come on.
About 7 seconds to go. Currently, these guys are all just warming those engines up, getting those nerves under control. 3, 4, 5, 6 lights are on, and we're off racing. Brilliant start there by Gerrit Niemann. He's had a huge jump onto John Henry Vaughan. Look at Clinton Bassanote splitting Devold Kotze and Mike McGear. This guy, I think, is off the line on push to pass. He is killing it through this track now currently. As we can see, Melvin Gous sitting in also at the back here in 10th position. They're going through. We've got so far a very clean first corner, as nobody was no action packed here.
Sorry, Charles, just remove your car off the grid there. I see you're still stuck on the grid for some other reason.
I thought it was an extra obstacle for them. As we can see now, Christopher Long has made his way all the way back into 2nd position. So yeah, our current South African drift champion, he's sitting in 2nd. Brilliant start from him. Then we've got the Leech with Vaughan and Leech. So the Vaughan is in the Leech sandwich tonight. And then we've got Clinton Bassanote. Look at him. He is coming up into 6th position. Big fights.
Yeah, I actually had a long chat to Clinton before the time, and I think he's the only person able to take Potters in 6th gear with a push to pass flat out without having to lift.
Oh no, that's crazy. I can't even take Potters. So no, that's that curve is really something else. And like Warwick also said, if you get into Rifle, the car does tend to get unstable. As we see these guys now almost finishing their first lap into Beacon Bend onto the JP Hydraulics main straight. We've got Adrian now leading the pack, Christopher Long chasing him down 0.7. We've got the René Leach in 3rd with John Henry Vaughan hard on his heels, and John Henry Vaughan is currently on push to pass. I think he's trying to make an early move as they go into Potters. Let's see who's going to have the run here.
Oh, René Leach actually just backing out of it. Like I said, running side by side through Potters is not going to be easy. But getting a brilliant run out of Potters just before Rifle.
Look at Leach now. He's going to make his way, I think, out of that little bump. We saw those cars getting upset there. Leach is definitely going to look into Coco Banner. As you can see him there in the inside. He's coming through. He's making it. No, it's just hugging that bumpers of John Hendry. As we see, Gerrit Niemand went very wide in Coco Banner there. And he's lost some places.
Devil Corsa has actually run a little bit wide through Coco Banner. But
Devil Melvin.
If we hop back to Warren Sheehan, we can actually see there's a huge battle at the back here for 10th position with Waldo Swiggers and Mike McGeer.
Yeah, Waldo Swiggers is obviously, these guys, it's not just one race. There's a couple of leagues these guys are fighting against each other, and you tend to get to know them. And we can see who went wide. There, huge contact, Warren Sheehan and Waldo.
A little bit of a commentator's curse there.
Yeah, I think I couldn't see it, but Waldo got spun, so I'm not sure if Warren outbraked himself and hit onto the back of Waldo, but Waldo was chasing with Mike, and the next minute he spun. So yeah, there's another one. Gerrit again into Beacon. He went off and he went wide. So I think he needs to take a breather as well and focus. He needs to focus.
Yeah, I think his heart rate's still a little bit high. Trying to keep everything under control, missing a few brake markers. It's usual for your blood to get pumping in the beginning of the race and being in between all of these very, very quick guys.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going to happen with Adrian now. Normally when he's a front back runner, he just makes the gaps larger and larger and larger, and he runs away with it. But I think he's having a little bit of a battle with Christopher. He's only managing about a 1.2 second lead all the way through. But there's a big fight brewing between Leach and Vaughan at the back. As we can see, who went wide? That is Peter Grobler. Peter, that is so wide. I think he's already into Port. What's the next time?
Sorry, say that again, Charles. I missed that one.
What's the next town from East London?
The next time?
Town.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Peter went there.
Yeah, we went to go sit on the beach. Just other side of the track here. I actually did the exact same in race 1, yes. And this grass is so slippery, you struggle to get back onto it.
You obviously are being a front runner onto Divisional 2. Where do you feel is the best place for overtake on this track?
Push to pass, obviously down the main straight. You tend to gain quite a lot of time. That's also if the guy ahead of you isn't on push to pass as well. The other one is Coco Banner, as well as the very, very last hairpin turn. If you can outbrake and your brakes are sharp enough and you're on it properly, you'll definitely make up a lot of time.
Yeah, we've just seen that happen now with James Leach that overtook Waldo Swiggers into the final turn in Beacon. He just went onto the brakes on the inside line and he had such a clean corner. He ran Swiggers with about 0.3 of a second out of that corner. So, as you said it happened.
Yeah, no, definitely. Even if you look at Christopher Long's actually caught up all the way onto the back of Adrian now with only 0.4 between the two of them.
Yeah, so no, Christopher
using those brake markers really, really well.
Yeah, Christopher's right onto Adrian now. He's going to give him a bit of a run tonight. I think the Pride of Namibia is not in a very comfortable breathing zone currently. As you can see, these guys laying a lot of smoke down as they wheel spin. Adrian now lifting onto 2 wheels there through the S's.
Now you can definitely see Adrian being pressured quite a bit by Christopher. Christopher missing all these very, very high curbs, and Adrian actually clipping all of them and losing quite a lot of traction, letting Christopher catch up onto the back of him.
And it's not necessarily that Adrian is getting slower. It's just, he's always a front runner, and in this league, the other guys are slowly but surely catching him. They're getting just as good as what he was, and I think as the league progresses, Adrian's getting more and more pressure from these other drivers that's getting used to these cars as well. John Hendry Vaughan, phenomenal drive, currently in 3rd. And then we've got to give it to Clinton Basadino, sitting in 5th position. But look at this. Melvin Gous is chasing him down like a green mamba out of a national tree here.
Yeah, no, definitely. Melvin not going to back out of a fight. obviously qualifying quite low down. He's definitely working his way through the pack, finding his groove now.
Oh no, Melvin is in this JPod. Look at him jump. You can see these cars. They almost lift as they go over, what is it, rifle here. These cars just flying through the air. I wonder if we're going to catch somebody else coming through rifles. I was just a bit slow there. Maybe I'm going to catch Renier here. Let's see if I can get a lucky shot of James jumping rifle. Let's see, he's up. And there we go. Right over the track. You can see these cars jumping.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to mention, I think there's a little bit of a nudge, wink, wink on the back of John Henry Vaughan's car. I see on the back of his car, it actually says, "Can I get a real ride?" So I think he's pushing towards a VW Polo, the Polo Cup series in real life, and hoping that he can get a real drive out of it.
Yeah, we're watching it now. Can I get a real ride? A lot of these guys, when they create these liveries, you know, they're quite clever with them. You know, they put hidden details that you need to go look for that you don't not necessarily see. So interesting.
Melvin's actually caught up right onto the back of Clinton. This is going to be one remarkable fight to watch in the next few laps. Melvin obviously putting up a little bit faster lap times than what Clinton is at the moment.
Yeah, we've got basically the battle of the sponsors, so to speak, but we've got the JP Hydraulics VW Polo of Melvin Goos in Namibia chasing down the South African Clinton Bassano in the GP Flat Bodies vehicle that we borrowed him for tonight. But yeah, head-on-head action here. Point 4 is to see Melvin Goos right onto him. These guys are getting close action as they go close to the jump. Melvin running wide.
Yeah, no, that's definitely rifle. There's no way you're going to get through there side by side because it's a right-hander. As you come over the little jump, it tends to be wide.
Now Melvin is under tremendous pressure because look at VW Corsa now onto Melvin. He's actually running almost onto his door with his bumper as these VW Polos are going onto it into the SS. I see Lyle Ramsey disconnected, so he must have had a huge crash, or it could be also a bit of load shedding happening.
Yeah, it might be load shedding. I don't think we're on a load shedding schedule at the moment, but maybe it's just weak internet or something that caused him to disconnect.
Yeah, unfortunately for that, but I mean, there's still an action packed right in the front. Christopher Long and Adrian now still bumper on bumper action as they come up the JP Hydraulics main straight.
Charles, are you able to see how many push to passes Adrian and Christopher have left?
Adrian Null is now on 2 push to passes and Christopher Long is only on 1. John Henry Vaughan is sitting in 2, and then we've got Renier that is still with 4 left.
Yeah, Renier is definitely going to be able to outrun John Henry Vaughan on the straights with 4 push to passes.
Yeah, on the 4s we've got Renier Leach, VW Corsa, Gerard Niemand, Mike McGeer, and Peter Grobber just used his now to jump. No, he's on 4 now. So those are the still guys with 4. On zeros, Clinton Bassano already on 0, and Alder Swickers. So yeah, both Null and Long is now on 1 push to pass. So these guys are clearly matched, evenly matched as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I see Gerard Niemand actually passed VW Corsa, taking over that 7th spot right behind Melvin Goos.
Yeah, big battle here for 7th position. You've got Mike McGeer from BWR Griffins chasing down VW Corsa and right on to Gerard Niemand as well. I think he's from Concept 3D if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, big battle for 7th currently happening and brewing here.
Yeah, I've been watching Melvin for the past...
Oh, look at Mike. VW went wide. Oh, Mike McGeer had a huge lane spike there. I think he had a huge lane because he just went right off the track, and he's even... Where is he now? The leaderboard said in 9th.
He's still in 9th, yes, I can confirm that. Also, I just caught the back end of that lag spike of Mike McGeer, so there's definitely some stability issues on his internet.
Yeah, but he's back there now, being a big fight with him and Peter Globlo. I think he went a bit off track, and that's costed him dearly. So yeah, Sheehan is still on the back there, driving by himself, and then Waldo Swiggers also in 12th. Leach and Ramsey, he's in the pits. It's a pity to see Lyle. Oh, he's going out again in this Fuchs VW Polo. So well done for him for coming back onto track in the rich racing car.
Incident, jumped back to the pits, and obviously had a time penalty. We had to sit and wait.
At 14th on the track. He might still probably. No, I don't think he'll get back to the points. But it's nice to see somebody, and for some of our future or new sim races. If you had something like this, you have to spin off. You go to the pits, get back on track. Don't just disconnect. Keep it there. I mean, it's just part of the fun and the excitement, the camaraderie.
Yeah, no, 100%. We all do this for the fun of it, and obviously a little bit of competitive in it. But there's still points to be won. You never know what's going to happen. Guys could disconnect. There could be big accidents, and you could actually gain a few spots and score some points in the championship.
Yeah, Warwick. I'm just thinking now, interesting round coming up next for VW Polo. We just saw in Divisional 2, we had a new entrant, Nati Masinga, who ran a beast out of hell ride tonight. I'm also running 133s, and he's definitely going to make his way back into the Divisional 1. So being a real Polo Cup driver, I think next time he's going to see himself between John Henry Vaughan, Clinton Besaidenote, Lyle Ramsey, all these VW Polo Cup guys are going to start chasing each other down, and I think they've got rivalry on and off the track currently.
Yeah, no, 100% agree with you. Obviously, Nati doing a tremendous job in that Divisional 2 race.
Yes.
I was actually watching his time. He only downloaded the car an hour before the race. He only got onto the track, I think it was 45 minutes before the race. He still had a default setup. He raced with a default setup, no tuning, no nothing. And he was able to run the fastest lap in race 1 and race 2.
But sim racing definitely are being spread all along, and it's nice to see new drivers and competitive guys joining. So, yeah, back to the battle. We've got the Nell and Long battle. 1.3 seconds now on Adrian Nell. 1.5 minutes to go. 1 minute to go. I think Adrian Nell should wrap this up. I don't think he's in the pound seat because he's got one push to pass left where Long doesn't have anything, and if he keeps it clean, he should bring it back home. Long should be in second, and then we've got the Leach and Besaidenote. What does it show? John Henry Vaughan is sitting there in. Oh, it's a back marker being overtaken now by Renier. So Renier will take it in third position, and then Clinton Besaidenote with a huge battle with Melvin Goos. Still, these guys are not letting each other go.
Yeah, Melvin's closed that gap tremendously. Let's see what Clinton can do to obviously keep Melvin behind him. But knowing Melvin will definitely, if there's a little gap that Clinton leaves open, Melvin's going to bounce at it.
Now, let's see as they go through into Potter's Pass. It's still flat out, like you said. Clinton Besaidenote is the only guy that could go flat out through Potter's, as there was a little bit of a touch from Melvin and Clinton. Let's see who's going to take this jump. There we go, right off. Melvin's got a little bit unstable as they go through. It's hard on hard action. Melvin under braking on the inside. Ooh, Melvin's trying it, but he's getting a drift there and he's running a bit wide. Clinton capitalized there. I think that was just a little bit too hard, too fast.
Yeah, let's hope that Melvin can hold this position as VW Corsa is right behind him and actually closing on him at the moment.
Yeah, 2 laps to go. His time is expired. We've got VW Corsa onto Melvin Goos. You can see on the inside there, going through. VW Corsa should get him through as they go into the SS. I think there's going to be another big battle. Oh no, Melvin has actually dropped. I think he must have made a mistake, because big fight. Still 7th.
Yeah, no, it's always 7th seems to be the number there. Every single Divisional 1 race we have, that 7th position seems to be the position that everyone wants to fight for.
Yeah, we always had big battles for 2nd position. We normally see 2 or 3 cars fight, and then for 7th, 3 or 4 cars fight. As we see Clinton Besaidenote there. Yeah, he just ran very wide.
Melvin capitalizing up on the inside with a better drive as they head up to Potters, and Clinton will have nothing for Melvin at this point. I think even VW Corsa will be able to capitalize on that, as he would also have a better run than Clinton.
Yeah, both VW Corsa and Melvin.
Up the inside.
Yeah, both VW and Melvin was actually running push to pass there, where Clinton didn't have it. So I think that was their biggest gain.
Oh, let's see, this is one huge battle. Oh, Melvin running wide. Let's hope he can keep it clean.
Oh, and there goes Clinton Besaidenote and VW Corsa. Melvin right on the brakes. and he is still in there. He's sticking his note in right as they touch a little bit bumper to bumper. I think Dewald has just taken some of the green or left a bit of green onto the black bumper of Dewald Corsa.
One thing that I definitely can say is I think this is the cleanest Divisional 1 racing we've seen so far. Usually rubbing is racing, but with them it's bumping.
Don't jinx it, there's still a race too.
This is also very true. Race 1 seems to be better than race 2.
Huge fights now. We've got Clinton Bessanet fighting it very hard with Melvin Goos and the Dewald Corsa with Gerrit Niemand. These guys are not letting each other breathe. You know, these guys are, I don't know how that rear view mirror, they can just see a big VW sign in it currently. Clinton Bessanet is breathing hard here on Melvin Goos.
Let's see who's going to make this corner. Melvin got a little bit of a wider line, so they have a better run out onto the start straight. He'll definitely be able to capitalize, hopefully, just before Potters.
Melvin shoot, as we can see from the back here of Clinton Bessanet. He's going through. Is he going to close onto Melvin Goos as Melvin's trying his luck? Oh, what the hell happened there?
Oh, it's race over.
Still says final lap on my side, but anyway, doesn't matter. If that was race over, it means Clinton Bessanet has just taken Melvin Goos on the race line. So, yeah, huge carnage as John Henry Vaughan was just standing still. But John Henry Vaughan was actually in 13th position. He shouldn't have stopped. He should just finish his lap.
Yeah, I don't know why they stop. A lot of guys tend to stop straight after. A lot of guys keep going. But yeah, brilliant racing that we had tonight. Obviously, Adrian winning it, followed by Christopher Long. Then Renier Leach, Clinton Bessanet, Melvin Goos, Gerrit Niemand, Dewald Corsa. 8th place, we got Peter Grobler, followed by Mike McGeer, followed by Waldo Swigger, Warren Sheehan, James Leach, John Henry Vaughan, Lyle Ramsey, and then obviously I see you as 15th, but unfortunately you're sitting in the pits.
This is the highest I've ever placed in a race. have a look at this Golf GTI from JP Hydraulics. What a sexy car. I mean, the more I'm driving or looking at this car, the more I'm listed to go and buy one in the real life. I shouldn't do that stuff, but this is just such a nice car. But leaving it like that, let's quickly go and see what the guys from JP Hydraulics Racing is back up again. Alrighty, we're back there. We're gonna, with 1 minute to go, we're gonna see if we can get Melvin Goos in the line here. I see he's busy with admin duties actually. Let's just leave him there. But yeah, what a close race between these guys from Divisional 1, Warwick.
Yeah, no, this was remarkable racing. We had fights all the way from the front, all the way through to the back. But definitely between Clinton Bessanet, Melvin Goos, Gerrit Niemand, Dewald Corsa, they kept this racing very, very interesting tonight.
You know, it's nice to see such close, clean racing for a change. And, you know, these guys know now that the championship is drawing to a close. We've got only 4 races left for the season. and if they're going to make mistakes, it's going to cost them. Anyway, Melvin, I see you here.
Yeah, I'm here.
We just want to ask you. We want to ask you one question. How's your arms?
So,
You're getting used to the new rig.
yeah, towards the end, yeah, it works here to work out.
Anyway, Melvin, you've got one race to go. Any plans for you for a start?
Just try and keep it clean, that's all. Track is so tricky, easy to make mistakes. Just try and get some valuable points, that's all.
You're there, but go back, buddy. Keep your head in the game and see you now.
Thanks, guys.
Cool, perfect. Warwick, that is now reverse order grid. We've got Peter Grobler starting in first. It's been a while since we've seen him there, but remember last time he was there and Devold was in second. That's how they finished the race. And then we've got Melvin starting in fifth, and in fourth position we've got Gerard Niemand. Then Clinton Persano 6, René Leach, and then we've got Christopher Long in 8th. Adrian Nell is sitting in 9th position. So yeah, interesting reverse order this.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting watching Adrian Nell come through the pack, or try get through the pack with Christopher Long now ahead of him. Christopher obviously putting tremendous pressure on him.
4, 5, 6 lights we're racing. We can see Gerard Niemand again, a brilliant start of the race there. Devold Corsa closing the line down on this number 44 car. Melvin Gous is going on the outside of Devold Corsa. Here is a four-way battle as we see Clinton Besaidenout, Adrian Nell, René Leach and Christopher Long fighting it out into the first corner. Christopher Long is having a huge jump there onto Gerard Niemand, and even Clinton Besaidenout is giving him a bit of rush.
Driving to the back of, I think, Baldy. Oh, we've got John Henry Vaughan rolling the car in the background. Yo, big accident.
James Leeds there jumped to the pits. He's back there, and John Henry Vaughan, like you were mentioning as well. Oh, geez, I've got to take my car off the pits, actually. Now that you talked about a pit car. So back in the action, Melvin Gous is now right into first position.
Yeah, Melvin doing extremely well to pass all these guys, even Christopher Long with a tremendous start. Both him and Christopher just flew off the line. They obviously timed those lights so perfect to get through, get the run on the guys. And obviously the first corner being so fast, as well as Rifle, which is your second corner, being so quick. They were definitely able to capitalize on that.
Big pressure now from Peter Grobler onto Christopher Long. Peter, he's one of those clean drivers. This guy can overtake you with a millimeter clearance in sim racing. How he does that is phenomenal. All the way from Bethlehem's in the Free State, South Africa, as you can see him there making a make. Adrian now going super wide. I think he's also joined the guys there in PE.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's run very wide. Thought he'd go past the beach as he doesn't see it too often.
Yes, big fights now coming up. Peter Grobler still as they're chasing into Potters. Let's see what's going to happen. And yet again, we've got the battle for second, and we've got a battle brewing here for 6th, 7th position again. Gerard Niemand still fighting with Warren Sheehan. Both touch. Warren Sheehan and Gerard Niemand is off. Both spun, huge touch now. Warren Sheehan just connected there, and he's taken Leach out as well.
Oh, Christopher Long coming under the attack of Clinton Besaidenout after running a little bit wide with Melvin Gous.
Yeah, so Long has lost those positions. He's back in 4th. Clinton Besaidenout and Peter Grobler capitalize on that, going into 2nd and 3rd. So yeah, but look, Christopher Long is not giving up. He's fighting back.
Yeah, he definitely won't give up, and now sitting on the inside just before the S's, he's definitely going to have a better drive than Clinton if they can keep it clean. Oh, nearly touching Peter Grobler, clipping the curb, getting it onto 2 wheels, allowing Christopher Long to close up to the back of him.
These guys are tight as they go through that S's into the sweep. There was a bit of touch between Clinton Besaidenout and I think it was Peter Grobler as well as they're going through. Christopher Long now on the outside, running up the back straight. Into Beacon is going to be really interesting. Look at Mike McGeer. Mike McGeer sniffing onto Lyle Ramsey, who's now overtaken Clinton Besaidenout as well. Oh, Lyle running wide.
Peter Grobler also ran a little bit wide, allowing Christopher Long to cut down on him and get the run on him.
Come on, Lyle. You were my biggest winner for tonight. I had my money on you. You got to give it, buddy.
Yeah, no, my LMS cricket Bushveld boys seem to be struggling a little bit in race 2, obviously putting up a remarkable drive in race 1, but race 2 is definitely not for them.
I think these guys are going to say to us, Warwick, Scholl, thanks for the support, but guys, please don't support us anymore because we're cursing these guys big time. As we see over the jump, Peter Grobber goes there, almost half a meter in the air. Christopher Long is now settling quite nicely. Melvin Goos is running away with it. 4 push to passes, 4 for Christopher Long, 3 for Peter Grobber. So yeah, Lyle Ramsey again running wide, and he's joining the track. Almost had a bit of an accident there, but he quite a clear at the end of the day.
I must say,
James Leach
coming through very, very strong, considering that he ran wide 2 to 3 laps ago and was all the way down in 12th and worked his way up all the way to 6th now.
You know, I'm just looking at the fastest lap that was set by John Henry Vaughan currently, and for a Divisional 1, these guys are really, I think, they're not pushing it. 1:34.6 as the fastest time. That is slow.
Yeah, but I also think they also tangled up in a lot of battles, which will slow the guys down a bit, and the pace will definitely start picking up, especially now with Adrian now having some clean air.
Peter Grobber, huge touch onto Christopher Long, and Christopher Long now onto Clinton Besaidenote. That was unfortunate for Christopher Long. He turned in and there was a bit of a front bumper from Peter onto Christopher Long's back bumper, made him spin. So he's lost a lot of positions now. Unfortunately for him, I think that wasn't too nice, but yeah, he'll get through now. Adrian Null did not finish. I don't know why he jumped to the pits now.
Adrian Null, I actually did not see that. Maybe he got caught up in the back of that accident.
Yeah, he's just jumped through.
I see Peter Grobler actually backed off, waiting for Christopher Long. I'm not sure if he's got going 100% yet, as I think he's waiting for Christopher Long to give him that position back.
Yeah, there's now a big fight because Christopher Long and René Leach, because René says, you know, you came into my position and I'm still racing here. So, you know, Christopher needs to regain his position. Peter is waiting for Christopher, but while he's waiting, he's actually letting the Leaches and the Corsas catching up to him.
Yeah, no, and the Leaches and the Corsa is not going to back down from a fight.
No.
So Christopher will definitely be watching that rearview mirror of his.
Yeah, Lyle Ramsey made his position all the way into 4th now with 1 or 2 position changes. And then a brilliant drive with Mike McGeer staying very clean, very consistent. And that's pushed him up into 3rd position currently. So, yeah, Mike, 8 minutes to go. It's still a long way in this race. Melvin Goos is now 2.2 seconds in the lead. Clinton Besaidenote is settling in nicely, but Mike McGeer is catching him. 0.9 of a second. I think there's going to be a fight brewing quite soon.
Yeah, Mike McGeer being a very consistent and clean race driver. As you can see, there's hardly a mark on that polo of his. He's definitely going to bring it to Clinton Besaidenote in the later stages of the races. As soon as Clinton runs out of push to passes, Mike will be straight on him.
Well, mentioning that, Clinton Besaidenote is currently sitting on 0 push to passes. And take a guess for Mike McGeer?
Probably still got 4 to go.
4 to go. So yeah, the favour's definitely into Mike McGeer. I think if he can just keep it clean, he is slowly catching the gap or closing the gap. I don't think there's a need for a push to pass yet, but if he's clever, he could capitalize hugely onto those. Lyle Ramsey is too far behind to do any good damage to him, and you can see Peter Grobber is now caught up right with Christopher Long. So I don't know if Christopher knows he can actually overtake Peter.
I wonder if Peter is actually going to give Christopher a gap to go through, obviously, with him losing that position.
Well, let's see as these guys are racing. Peter onto 2 wheels, running a bit wide. Christopher has now caught him as well. These guys are upsetting. There we go. Christopher, Peter let him go through. Yep, Peter let him go through. And is he going to close down? Yep, Peter closed down the gap so that the Leaches can't sneak in his bumper there. So well done for Peter. He gave the position back and he regained his current position. That was such a difficult position to be in.
Yeah, Clinton Besaidenote obviously used quite a bit of his push to pass, which Melvin didn't. Because I see that gap's actually come down to 1.4 seconds. So he's also putting in a hard charge in these not even late stages, the beginning stages of the race.
Melvin is still sitting on 4 push to passes, so he's also in a good seats. I think, well, you can't see it. He doesn't really know that Mike McGeer's also got 4, so he can't really be saving it in case Mike catches up. But the guys that's still sitting with 5 is James Leach and René Leach. Both Leaches are sitting with 5 push to passes still left. None of them has used anything.
Yeah, they'll definitely use it in the later stages of the races when the fight comes a little bit closer and it's actually needed. They're waiting for the guys to use theirs so that when they have to try use it, that they can capitalize on every position down the main straight with as much speed as they can so the guys cannot defend with a push to pass against them.
Our big battle still in here for 7th again. So we've got the Corsa Leeds and Grobler battle. And then we've got Waldeswig still chasing down Harry Neyman. John Henry Vaughan disconnected. But yeah, he had that bad one. And him and Nell is now out. Oh no, Nell is back on track. So I think he must have had a server issue. Because if he did not finish, means he went out of the server, but he's back in. So could be an internet connection.
Yeah, definitely going to lean towards the internet connection. Now, being in Namibia, is obviously his ping to the server isn't as great as the South African guys. So I'm going to lean towards it, and obviously his internet is a little bit unstable at times. So maybe it's just unlucky with the internet and the crash and everything. It just hasn't worked into his favor.
Yeah, we've got to get the guys from Bitstream to speak to the pride of Namibia a little bit there, and then maybe they can help this guy out because he's just doing a phenomenal race currently. Well, the season is always good. And remember when they did the Le Mans 24-hour international event, and Adrian Nel was the fastest in his class in the world. So it's not like he's just knowing this polo. Doesn't matter what he touched, he's fast.
Yeah, no, definitely. Adrian is extremely quick and he's super consistent. But Christopher Long is putting a lot of pressure onto Lyle Ramsey. They've actually switched positions, coming through Rifle, through Potters. There's definitely a lot of pressure being put on the back of Lyle Ramsey by Christopher Long, fighting his way through the pack after that incident with Peter Grobler, coming all the way from 11th, sitting now in 5th and fighting for 4th.
The Mike's place for Christopher Long there is just taking it, and we can also see that the Leech Renier has also overtaken Peter Grobler at the back of it. So there was also a positional change that happened there, and you can see Leech has used one push to pass. So he's starting to capitalize there. Lyle Ramsey running very wide onto the SRA. That's actually the sweep. And he's now having a huge fight with Christopher Long as they're going down the back straight. Let's see who's going to do it in Beacon. Who's going to brake first and who's going to outbrake themselves. As we see there, hard on the brake, Christopher Long swinging in. Oh, Jeremy Leach, bit of a touch again. Bit of a bumper bashing.
Lyle Ramsey's actually gone off, losing quite a few positions due to that 7th place battle that for some other reason we always have it in Division 1.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. I mean, it's yet again Beacon that's taking its toll onto these drivers. A little bit of, I mean, there was such a little bumper touch there between him and was it Grobler. And unfortunately, this made him spin, which caused the other guys to go into the back of him. But you know what? The race is not over. 3 minutes to go. That's a lot of time.
We can actually see Leach busy swerving behind Peter Grobler to try and intimidate him, give him that inside line.
Here we go.
And he takes it through.
He's taken it. As they go through onto the JP Hydraulics main straight, you can see we've got Leach right onto Peter now. Peter has just overtaken him with the use of a push to pass, and Leach is not using that push to pass as they go through into Potter's Pass. Obviously, Renee's got the better drive here, and Peter is just letting him go. But look at him. He's going to jump. He's going to make that 1 meter jump, and he's going to probably be right on the back of Renee Leach soon.
Yeah, Devil Corsa also coming into that battle. The more these guys fight, they're slowing down, pulling Devil Corsa into the battle. So yeah, we've got a 3-way battle for 5th position, 1st, 6th, and 7th. That notorious number 7 once again.
Yeah, no, definitely. We've got this big battle that's happening for 7th, and actually it's 7, 6, and 5 currently with the battle. Christopher Long is now slowly catching Mike McGeer. I mean, he's setting his sights there on the stop runners, as we can see them all onto the JP Hydraulics main straight now. Melvin Gous is still maintaining a 1.6 second gap to Clinton Besaidenote, and Mike McGeer is doing a phenomenal race for BWR Griffins here at 2.1 seconds behind. And then Christopher Long, you can see those times. Look at them dropping 2.433, 2.49. We've got back to 2.7 under the braking. But yeah, he's slowly but surely catching those times. 2.6, 2.5s.
Does Mike McGee have any push to passes left?
Mike McGeer is currently on one. He's just pressed one as we spoke, and he's left with two now. So neither Long or Besaidenout has got any push to passes. McGeer sitting on two. Then we've got Goos sitting at four. I don't know. I don't think his baton is mapped because he doesn't use them, but he doesn't need to use them. And then we've got.
I'd use all of them on the last lap and just pull a tremendous gap.
Yeah, and then we've got the Leach, Grobler, and Kotsia with two. Kotze, sorry. And then we've got Ramsey, Niemand in one. Swieg is still on three. Leach on two, and Nel. So yeah, big fights all over the show.
Oh, Adrian Nel having a drive all by himself at the back as he comes over rifle. The closest person to him is actually Warren Sheehan, who's coming onto the back straight just before the main straight. So there's a huge gap between the two of them.
Well, Sheehan is slowly but surely catching Waldo Swiegers as well. I think there might be a battle starting to brew. Yeah, Swiegers obviously, he's. Well, we've got Swiegers split between Leach. Oh yeah, he's a back marker. But anyway, back to the front. Clinton Besaidenout. It's nice to see this guy back on the top, clean driving. Phenomenal lines that he's taking, and he's right onto the back of Melvin Goos. He's brought it down to almost sub-second times between them two. Melvin's got push-to passes, we know that, but 0.8 of a second's gap. Come on.
Yeah, as we can watch Melvin for the last two laps, as I got 2 laps to go, he'll cross the finish line, go into his final lap in the lead. I'm going to say Melvin will definitely be using a push-to-pass on this lap.
Let's see, but he's not doing anything. If I was him, I would hit those buttons like an old arcade game. Atari. Tick, 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 tick. But in anyway, Melvin Goos under huge pressure. 0.4 of a second between him and Clinton Besaidenout. He's still not using those push to passes. I don't know. I think he's forgotten about them. Or he's forgotten which button on his new steering wheel he's mapped to them. Because this... he's running wide. He's running wide. Clinton is now capitalized hugely. They are running, rubbing each other, shoulder on shoulder. Those mirrors has actually been taken off this car. Look here. Bumper touching, bumper touching. Oof.
Melvin definitely on a push to pass as you can see running out the bottom of Clinton Besaidenout.
Yeah, he's just pushed that push to pass. Now he's used it. I think he kept him and he's realized, guys, he's under tremendous pressure. He can't win this battle without using those push to passes. He has to. And you can see him now. He's already down to 3. As I went over this jump, Clinton Besaidenout is chasing him hard down. Clinton obviously doesn't know he's got push to passes, so he's driving as if this is a one-on-one battle.
Yeah, Melvin's going to try capitalize, going to use him wherever he can now to get away from Clinton, put a bit of a gap between them so that Clinton cannot dive him through the corners.
Then Melvin has just used another one. He's got 2 left, only 0.8 or 0.9 of a second gap now. Melvin shoot. Oh, he's almost break himself again there. You can see the car sliding and slipping and sliding. I think Melvin is trying to take on Christopher Long, being the next drift champion in this JP Hydraulics car. But Christopher Long, Clinton Besaidenout right back sub-second on Melvin Goos. Who's going to win? Who's going to take this?
I'm going to call Melvin definitely. The gap is a little bit too big with 1 corner to go. Unless Melvin really, really runs this corner wide, I don't think Clinton will be able to capitalize on this.
Let's see Melvin coming in there, running a little bit wide as he go out. As Clinton Besaidenout just putting a hard pressure through. Melvin is using that last push to pass, flashing his lights as he's crossing the line in this JP Hydraulics VW Polo. Well done for him for winning race 2. Clinton Besaidenout in the GP truck body score. Well done for you, but you did a phenomenal race. Christopher Long
took 3rd place.
He did. He got that 3rd place from Mike McGeer in 4th, and Renier finished in 5th. Now that's position change at the back. We've got Niemand that just overtaken by Dewald Kortzer, and Niemand is also going to finish off. So yeah, great race between these guys. Peter Grobo, he's finished in 8th position. Lyle Ramsey in 9th. Aldous Swieg is in 10th. We've got James coming through in 11th. Warren Sheehan in 12th. Adrian Nel is still driving on the back straight.
Yeah, I know. Adrian, unlucky 2nd race. Brilliant 1st race, but obviously nothing worked in his favor in that 2nd race. But let's try to see if we can actually get one of the drivers in here. Let me see.
Christopher Long, or maybe
let me see if I can get Christopher Long in here.
Yo, what a drive at the end.
I see we've got Clinton Beside here. Clinton, how's it going?
Yeah, lucky and you guys.
Excellent, thank you. How did you find that race?
Yeah, it was alright. It's a pity of Chris there and Beacon, him and Peter, but I think the COC will look into that. But overall, it was a hard race. Kept Potters at least pinned every lap with push to pass. But yeah, gotta say congrats to Melvin there. The one or two of his own mistakes that he made there at the end, but he was lucky to have those push to passes to pull away from me.
Yeah, you caught up to Melvin with 4 push to passes against 0, by the way.
Yeah, flip. The points are still looking good. It's a pity we couldn't finish the last Tony Rush race, but I think with these good points that we got here in East London, we'll definitely carry them for the next round.
Yeah, but good driving from you, Clinton. It was really nice to see you guys back, and yeah, see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks for the event, guys. See you guys next week, Sunday.
Cool, buddy. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Ooh, Melvin!
Mr. Melvin, winner of race 2. How's it going, buddy?
That was only just. As we started the third to last lap, I realized I didn't have enough fuel. And I had to slowly start lifting off, and I was watching, okay, push to pass. I can use it, but it's going to eat more fuel. So left it to the last lap and just went for it. Then it worked, but what a fun race.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done. We're watching you that whole second last lap, even where you ran wide and Clinton came up side by side with you. We knew you were going to hit that push to pass, but brilliant racing, a nice close racing, getting a good start and running away with it.
Yeah, that was fun. It was both races with Clinton was absolutely fun tonight. Great stuff, and yeah, I got a bit scared at the beginning with knowing that Jonathan is going to be right there, or Christopher Long, sorry, was going to be right there, and well, fortunately for me, he made a mistake, and I was able to put a gap.
Yeah, but well done on your racing, Christopher. Tremendous drive from him as well, coming back from 11th to 3rd. But Melvin, congratulations, brilliant start, getting away at the front of the pack and just running away with it.
Thanks, man.
Cool, have a great evening.
Same to you guys. Ciao.
If we've got Adrian now, he's not anywhere. He's some of voice as well.
Yeah, I see he's left. He's obviously had a very, very bad second race. He's going to take some time to cool down from that one.
The pride of Namibia has left the building. Anyway, with that, I think we can also start calling it the end of the night. Our next VW Polo Cup is round 11 and 12. That will be bringing for you the 6th of September if our Swartskorp racetrack is ready. So it will be another first for SRA, and we're looking definitely forward to it. So guys, tune in next week, Sunday. Next week, we're doing the BTCC series. But every Sunday from 6 o'clock onwards, we have our racing at SRA. If you guys want to get into sim racing, go to Sim Race Africa on our Facebook or our YouTube page. Join our Discord channel. There are links onto this YouTube link. You can ask any of our admins. We'll gladly help you guys get on and started. And as we saw tonight, we had 5 new starters. And out of the 5, we had 4 top 10 finishes. So a remarkable drive from these new guys.
Yeah, no, definitely a remarkable drive from the new guys, and well done to all the new guys for putting in the time and the effort this week, practicing, getting to know the cars, the tracks, everything. It's not easy. The Polo is really, really hard to drive. But well done to everybody that raced tonight, to the winners from first to last, even Adrianel coming in last place in that second race. But well done for race 1.
Yeah, and like you said, well done for all. Well, thank you for all the newbies that's putting the practice in, except Naughty. You didn't practice, but you did a brilliant drive. So see you on the next one. But anyway, folks, with that, I think from us at Sim Race Africa, myself and Warwick, we just want to wish you guys a brilliant week. Keep it safe, keep it on the roads. Summer's coming up. There might be some rains popping through sometimes, but keep it safe, and wish your families well, wish you well, and enjoy your week. From us at Sim Race Africa, God bless, good night, bye-bye.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.